Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. Is the FBI hiding 1.2 tons of gold from us? Let's find out. Indeed, gold, initially meant to pay federal troops back during the Civil War era, has gone missing, and some folks believe that the government has found it with the aid and assistance of an unlikely duo. We're going to talk about that in this follow-up story from two prior videos I did on this subject, and this specific story was sent to me by Doctor Who, and it is from theguardian.com. Very interesting indeed. Treasure hunters demand answers from the FBI about the search for Civil War era gold. There's a lawsuit that seeks confirmation that the agency found trove in Pennsylvania after the father and son team suggested the location. If you enjoy stories like this, I hope you will consider subscribing and pressing the thumbs up button, maybe even the notification bell as well, so that you can be apprised of the latest video that makes its way across your device. Treasure hunters who believe they found a huge cache of fabled U.S. Civil War era gold in Pennsylvania are now on the prowl for something as elusive as the buried booty itself: government records of the FBI's excavation. Likely that's going to probably be an even more difficult task than finding all that gold, because you know how transparent the government is on certain matters that they don't want known for one reason or another. Finders Keepers, a lost treasure locate and recovery service, filed a federal lawsuit against the Justice Department over its failure to produce documents on the FBI search for the legendary gold, which took place nearly 4 years ago at a remote woodland site in northwestern Pennsylvania. With its request, plaintiff seeks to confirm the FBI's recovery of Civil War era gold buried in the mountains of Pennsylvania, based in significant part on the scientific evidence of the gold's existence that plaintiff provided the FBI, that is, this father and son team. According to the lawsuit, the FBI has since dragged its feet on the treasure hunters' Freedom of Information Act request for records, their lawyers said on Wednesday. Does that surprise any of us? Nope. There's been a pattern of behavior by the FBI that's been very troubling, said Ann Wiseman, who represents Finders Keepers. She questioned whether the agency was acting in good faith. A message was sent to the Justice Department seeking comment on the suit, which asked a judge to order the FBI to immediately turn over the records. Finders Keepers owners, the father-son duo of Dennis and Camparata, had spent years looking for what, according to the legend, was an 1863 shipment of Union gold that was lost or stolen on its way to the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia, which was supposed to be used to pay the wages of federal troops. The troops carrying the gold went missing, along with the loot, giving rise to generations of speculation about what happened to it, although historians have cast doubt on the claim, pointing to the lack of official records of the shipment. Interesting. The duo focused on a spot where they say the instruments detected a large metallic mass. After meeting with the treasure hunters in early 2018, the FBI brought in a contractor with more sophisticated instruments. The contractor detected an underground mass that weighed up to 9 tons and had the density of gold, which is really unmatched by any other metal other than tungsten. Tungsten has the closest density, and I kind of doubt it's going to have 9 tons of tungsten down there. This is according to an FBI affidavit, which was unsealed last year. I have probable cause to believe that a significant cache of gold is secreted in the underground cave in Dent's Run, holding 1 or more tons belonging to the U.S. government, Jacob Archer of the FBI's Art Crime Team in Philadelphia said, accounts differ as to the amount of gold in the shipment. Some reports say it was 26 gold bars, others 52. Each would have weighed 23 kilograms, meaning it would be worth up to $50 million today. And you think about it, if there's 1 ton of gold down there, that would add to our official holdings of over 8,000 tons. But that's essentially a drop in the bucket. But nonetheless, at least it's something. But on the other hand, I kind of feel for this father and son team because they discovered it. In March 2018, the Piratas accompanied the FBI to the site in Dents Run, approximately 135 miles northeast of Pittsburgh, but say they were confined to their car while the FBI excavated. The FBI has long insisted that the March 2018 dig came up empty, but the agency has consistently stymied the Piratas' effort to obtain information. Finders keepers asked the Justice Department for expedited processing, which can be granted in cases where there is a widespread media interest involving questions about the government's integrity. However, the Justice Department has denied the request and, as of last month, that's December 2021, has yet to assign the FOIA request to a staffer for processing, according to the lawsuit. I understand from this FOIA request that unless it's an unreasonable request, they're supposed to comply within 7 business days, but I don't know how that works with the federal government in a law enforcement agency or an investigation unit. From the outset, it seems as if the FBI is doing everything it can to avoid answering the question of whether they actually found gold, Wiseman said. It is interesting indeed, and of course there's a lot of other legal issues along with this, especially as to about who can get access to that land. In fact, one can say that it is on state land itself, from this previous article that is a couple of years old here, and it's saying that this thing essentially, the FBI have jurisdiction on state land to be able to dig up this gold or to search for it. I guess so, and because they say here that these FBI agents, along with Pennsylvania state officials and members of a treasure hunting group, so they're all together when they went there. But nonetheless, they've been pretty hush-hush about it since then, and they've not, if anything, I believe the state itself, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, should go along and request these records. Perhaps it would hold a lot more weight if they were to do it. But nonetheless, a very interesting story, and I'd be very curious to see how it turns out. But what an amazing thing. And that's just it. Gold, it really does cause a lot of people to do strange things and be very secretive. But without these two gentlemen here, there may not be any gold to look for, if it's even there. What would be interesting to find out if perhaps maybe the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania will allow these two individuals to go and inspect the site, or they themselves can inspect the site to see what if it has been disturbed there, to see if anything has been taken. There should be some evidence that something was there, even though it may be gone now. So that's another way that it could be handled, because it is on state land. The state themselves have the resources and to be able to make that kind of ascertain what went on there. But anyways, let me know what your thoughts are about this story, the ongoing saga. I hope they get answers. It would be very interesting to see. I would love to see what the bars look like. That would be fascinating to find out. Do they perhaps look something like this? I don't know. One can speculate. We shall see. It's going to the U.S. Mint to pay federal troops. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all and to Doctor Who for taking the time to watch and share the story with me, Miss Doctor Who. And I want to encourage you to please rate, share this video with all of your friends and families and pets, comment, and subscribe.